My first instrument was the piano, and I started when I was 4. My parents are both music teachers, and they uh, they actually still teach. They've retired, but they're doing more than they were doing before they retired. So they still teach. And my mother has had a private studio of piano students, younger students, for many years, and I thought that perhaps if I took piano lessons, I'd get a chance to spend more time with her. So that's how I kind of started with that. And there was never a lot of pressure in the house. There was just music everywhere. There was all kinds of music, orchestral music, gospel, jazz, uh, R&B. There was just music always going on. And so sitting down at the piano for me wasn't practicing. I didn't feel like I had to. My parents weren't like, "You're going to play the piano for 3 hours a day, or else." It was just I would just always go over to the piano, and they had so much music on the shelves. I was always sight reading and just practicing. It wasn't. I learned how to practice later, I should say, to really practice. I was kind of playing, but I really enjoyed it, and I think that's what was really important. That's what's kept me in music because I enjoyed it from the beginning. Well, I also had formal education in the house. There was a lot of informal education. My dad would put a record on and say, "This is Billy the Kid by Aaron Copland. Let's listen to it." We just listen to it, and cool. Or I don't like that one as much. But my formal education also started at home, where I learned scales and music theory because I was just another student with my mom as well, and she'd have classes. You had private lessons, then you also had kind of a studio class where you had to do theory and that kind of. So that's where I began my formal education as well. Um, in 5th grade, my parents sent me to another very strict classical teacher who had all these concerto winners and was very very tough. And because they wanted me to, my mom, she taught mainly beginning students, and so they wanted me to continue to grow. And I started to hate the piano at that point. I would go, I wouldn't practice, but I became very good at sight reading. I could go to my lesson, and he thought that I practiced because I was just, able to look at it and really play what's on the page. And so that was a positive, but I really didn't enjoy the piano as much. And I'd started the trombone in 4th grade, so I was kind of gravitating toward the trombone more. I would still play the piano all the time, but I didn't practice. And I was really, there was an older kid, maybe 5 years older than me, who played the trombone, and I looked up to him, so let me play the trombone. And through high school, that was my main instrument that I would focus on. And then after 12th grade, I decided trombone's not for me. I like the piano, but yeah, that's my first paying gig. I think was I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and so it was downtown Grand Rapids. My parents knew people in the union, and they'd heard me kind of play. I wasn't really playing jazz. I was kind of playing jazz, but I was improvising, whatever. And I would pick up things from records and using my ear a lot. And I had this DX7 keyboard, and I thought it was the best thing on earth, much better than a piano. And so they hired me to do there was an open mall downtown in Grand Rapids, and I just played my DX7 while people walked by. I don't remember what I was playing, but that's the first time I remember getting paid to play. And I thought, this is cool. I get to do this. I do this anyway, and they're going to pay me? Wow.
How much did you make?
Ooh, $65 or something.
That's pretty damn great.
Yeah, yeah. From going to go from 0 to $65, like, hey, this is something, you know. Okay. Xavier Davis.